Happy holidays, CAA Hoops fans. Hope you're having a great holiday season. I'm Bobby Broyles along with Rob Washburn for CAA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour. The non-conference portion of the season has ended, Rob, and that means one thing. Conference season is set to start in what always is an exciting race in the CAA. But before we preview a few matchups coming up, Rob, what were some of your headlines coming out of the non-conference season?
Yeah, when you look back at the first couple months of the season, you have to begin by talking about the outstanding starts put together by Charleston and Hofstra. The Cougars have their best record at this point in 15 years at 11-2, with victories over Rhode Island, VCU, Memphis, and UAB, and their only setbacks coming to Power 5 foes LSU and Oklahoma State. The guys who fans are familiar with, forward Jarrell Brantley and guard Grant Riller, have been sensational, but Charleston is also getting contributions from some new names like Brevin Galloway and Zep Jasper. Now Hofstra has a 10-3 mark, which is its best overall record since joining the CAA in 2001. Much like Charleston, the Pride is getting big contributions from returning stars Justin Wright-Foreman, Eli Pemberton, and DeJure Bowie, but they also have some guys who fans are going to need to learn about, like Tariq Coburn and Jaquil Taylor. As a whole, it was a solid non-conference performance for the league with a 64-63 mark. Several teams have played extremely challenging schedules, and injuries to some of the CAA's top performers like Northeastern's Vasa Pushitsa and Sean Osias, Delaware's Ryan Allen, Elon's Dan Swoop, and Drexel's Kirk Lee have certainly taken a toll. But the bottom line is, everyone starts fresh at 0-0 on Friday night, and there's no reason to think the CAA race won't provide the same kind of excitement in close games that it traditionally does.
Before we turn to the new year, the first slate of CAA play in men's basketball is upon us. Let's take a look at a few of the Friday matchups, and we begin with Hofstra, as you said, Rob. Had a strong start coming into conference play. We'll take on Delaware, who also finished with a winning record in the non-conference season.
Yeah, Hofstra comes into this matchup with a 7-game winning streak, and we've talked already about the success they've had, but Delaware has also gotten off to a nice start with 8 non-conference victories for the first time since 2013. Now, the Blue Hens have been led by senior Eric Carter, who has developed into one of the top big men in the league, averaging a double-double with 19 points and 10 rebounds per game while shooting 65% from the floor. He's surrounded by talented scorers and sophomores Kevin Anderson and Ryan Allen, as well as freshmen Ithiel Horton and Matt Veretto, who have combined to hit 52 three-pointers. Delaware is shooting nearly 49% from the floor so far this season and 40% from three, which leads the CAA. Now, along with their overall winning streak, Hofstra is perfect at home this season and has won 10 straight dating back to last year. Justin Wright-Foreman has picked up at the same high level where he left off a year ago, averaging nearly 25 points per game while shooting nearly 50% from the floor. Eli Pemberton's adding 14 points per contest, and DeJure Bowie is scoring 10 points and leading the team in assists. Now, the Pride has also gotten a nice lift from St. Bonaventure transfer Tariq Coburn and Purdue transfer Jaquil Taylor, who's now 8th in the CAA in rebounding. The big improvement for the Pride, though, has been on defense, where they're allowing just 68 points per game and are among league leaders in field goal and three-point defense. If that continues, they're going to be a difficult team to beat.
Also on Friday night at 7 o'clock on CAA.TV and regionally televised on Nesson Plus will be Northeastern playing host to Drexel.
Yeah, Northeastern was the overwhelming favorite to win the CAA in the preseason, so when you see that 6-6 record, it's easy to wonder whether the Huskies are still title contenders. The answer to that is definitely yes. The schedule has been brutal, with 7 of the Huskies' 12 non-conference games coming against teams that went to the NCAA tournament a year ago. On top of that, All-CAA guard Vasa Pushitsa missed 6 games after suffering a wrist injury in the Charleston Classic, and CAA Defensive Player of the Year Sean Osias has only played in 2 games as he recovers from an ankle injury. The good news for Northeastern is that Vasa is back, and the absence of those starters has allowed other guys to step into more prominent roles, which could pay off for the Huskies down the road. The biggest addition has been George Washington transfer guard Jordan Rowland, who's averaging a team-best 15 points per game and leads the squad with 36 threes. Now, Drexel is 6-7 overall, despite dealing with a significant injury of its own, as guard Kirk Lee has only played in 3 games. Stepping up in his absence has been senior Troy Harper, who's tallied double figures in 8 straight games and is averaging over 18 points during that stretch. Forward Alihan Demir has had a great start, contributing 14 points and 7 rebounds per contest, and a couple of newcomers have really helped, as guard Cameron Winter leads all CAA freshmen in scoring, and post player James Butler is 6th in the CAA in rebounding. Both of these teams have faced stiff competition and should be well prepared for the start of conference play.
Saturday night at 7, it will be our first CAA Game of the Week on collegesportslive.com as Charleston will be on the road to take on rival UNCW.
Yeah, we started the show talking about Charleston and the impressive list of teams they've beaten so far this season. They've put themselves in position to be in the discussion for a postseason berth come March, but first they've got to continue that success in CAA play. Now, as usual, Charleston is #1 in the CAA in scoring defense, but this team has also shot better than 50% 6 times this season. It all starts with that dynamic duo of Grant Riller and Jarrell Brantley, who have combined to average nearly 43 points per game, and both of those guys are shooting better than 50% from the floor. Freshman Zep Jasper has done a solid job at the point, and Brevin Galloway has established himself as an offensive threat with a team-high 23 trays. Now, UNCW has dropped its last 5 games, but during that stretch, they faced 2 top 25 opponents in North Carolina and Furman, preseason Sun Belt favorite Georgia State, and perennial power Davidson. To make it even tougher, they haven't been at home since December the 1st, and we all know how much of a home court advantage Trask Coliseum can be. The Seahawks are led by senior Devontae Kaycock, who's averaging a double-double with nearly 14 points and 10.5 rebounds per game. Newcomer Gene Silla is scoring better than 16 points over his last 8 contests, and the Seahawks have an exciting freshman point guard in Kai Taves, who ranks 8th in the nation with 7 assists per game. These teams have played some great games and have developed a spirited rivalry over the past few years. It will be fun to have them going head-to-head in the opener.
And we wrap up Sunday at 4 with another CAA Game of the Week broadcast on collegesportslive.com as Elon will host JMU.
Yeah, Elon's another team that has dealt with a ton of injuries. Veteran point guard Danon Swoop is now out for the year, and senior Steven Santa Ana, who's averaging a team best 16 points per game, is dealing with a sprained thumb. That has put a lot of pressure and focus on All-CAA forward Tyler Sebring, who's still contributing nearly 16 points and 5 rebounds per contest. Now, the injuries have forced the Phoenix to give significant playing time to several freshmen, and they've gotten strong performances in the past couple of weeks from Chuck Hanna and Chris Wooten. Now, it's been an up-and-down year for JMU, which started 4-0 and picked up an impressive win over a Radford team that was receiving votes in the top 25, but there have also been some tough losses. The Duke's strength is in the backcourt, where senior Stuckey Mosley and sophomores Matt Lewis and Darius Banks are all averaging better than 13 points per game, and they have the ability to carry the team when they get hot. JMU is 7-1 this season when they shoot the ball from at least 44% from the floor, but they're 0-5 when shooting below that. So keep an eye on that stat on Sunday.
Now here's a look at the rest of the upcoming action around CAA men's basketball.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline, on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it the most.
CASports.com will have all the information you need regarding links to live stats, video and audio coverage. Also, fans, you can watch all of the CAA.TV action on several devices such as Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV by downloading the CAA.TV app that is available now.
You can also follow the league on Facebook and Instagram by searching CAA Sports. We're also on Twitter at CAA Basketball using the hashtag CAA Hoops.
That is it from us from here today. From all of us at the CAA, have a safe and happy new year. Enjoy the start of league play.